Hmm. Well, this doesn't look good. He has the wrong breed of the imps. It's the one saving grace, but yeah, Alpine Foxling is just dead weight versus this team. The only reason I'm even gonna try playing this out for a little bit is I have a weather changer. If I did it, that Fosling's unkillable. Let's go for Immolation, see what he does. Hmm. Okay. Just gonna go for the stun. He's gonna bring in Fosling, so I'm gonna bring in my Primal Stormling. I could either swap him into the lowest health pet, or I could... I could throw my Wild Winds first. I'm gonna swap him. Okay. Change that weather, obviously, right away. Or I'll never kill that Fosling. It's weak damage, but I have no choice. I have to change that weather instantly, or I obviously instantly lose. Okay, let's get some damage with Wild Winds. Swap him. Let's see. That brings in Fosling. Sure, I'm down. We're kind of keeping these imps a little bit low. The Immolation's gonna kill me now. Let's see here. I'm gonna bring in Coppers. My coin toss does extra damage under lightning, so he probably dies here. Are you kidding me? Oh well, he still goes for Immolation and dies because of Wild Winds, so maybe still winnable. It's not looking good. I have to stun him. There's just no choice. Because once that sunlight is out, it's GG. My coin toss does no damage, so let's bring in the Alpine Foxling. There's two things that give me hope. One is, well, one was that I had a weather changer. The other is he has the wrong breeds of the Fiendish Imp, so if he just had two SS's, I have no chance versus him. But because he has the slower breeds, my humanoid got a lot of work done, even without Dazzling Dance. He's going to be doing a lot of healing though with Sunlight up, but he's already pretty low. Nice. Okay. Probably should not have won that, but it was largely due to him having the wrong breeds. If I queue into that team again, I need some weather. Kind of doubt I will, but what would do well versus imps? Oh yeah, this team would probably do pretty well versus imps. and versus Fosling or Blossoming Ancient pets. So Zoom takes weak damage from well, like all of his attacks, and Shell Shield blocks that immolation, or at least most of it. His attack power is a little bit higher than average, so he'll actually, I think, block all that immolation damage, even though he has the power balance Fiendiship. So that'll block all of his healing, and I can root him, which is annoying for him. Even if he had the SS breed, Zoom would do just fine, if not a little better. I think, yeah, this team would do great if I get a rematch. Or I could just play Triple Sandstorm. That would also get the job done easily. Even like Double Sandstorm would shut that team down. I'm not going to overthink it too much. I doubt I'll see him again. I'll probably see that player, but he'll probably play a different troll team. So hopefully he'll pick one that does bad into Clone Dance. Hmm. Ding. Oh, Blossoming Ancient again. Well, another. Last time was Fosling. Same difference. I have a good matchup. Pick a talent later because I don't really play this game, much less Shadow Priest. Okay. The only thing that could give me a lot of trouble is... Well, I'm not super excited about seeing that brittle webbing, but mostly the trap. Which... I'm not too worried about that trap. Is it worth going for Ghostly Bite? Hmm. I think so. This pet's a little bit of a problem for my Jade Mist Dancer because he's gonna burn him down pretty fast with brittle webbing. I'm actually a little bit reluctant to go for acid rain because of that brittle webbing. Like it's gonna be a lot of damage. Plus, I kind of want to save it to change the weather from that blossoming ancient, anyways. I'm gonna go for steam vent. Take this guy out. I have a good matchup, but it's not like I'm guaranteed to win or anything. I think. I don't know. I'll just pick a talent so that this thing will leave me alone. Actually, I'll probably pick that one because that one looked like it might be good. All right. So he's saving that blossoming ancient for the end, so I'm gonna try to cleave him as much as I can. Uh-oh. He might be running Conflagrate. But Steam Vent probably kills him. What if it doesn't? I mean, there is a very real chance. It's about a 50-50 that it doesn't kill him. I'm going to bring in the Blighthawk here to eat this Conflagrate. I could have brought in Zoom. That could have worked too. But I think what I'll do is... Oh, what if he has... What if he has Magma Wave? I didn't even think about that till just now. He really could have Magma Wave, so he could sweep away my Cyclone. This guy actually might have won if he had Magma Wave and he used it. Right. Let's kill this little Ragnaros. And then probably beat the Blossoming Ancient. I mean, Jade Mistancer usually is one of the better pets versus him. Alright, so there's his weather. Let's change that right away. Can't be having photosynthesis with sunlight. Nice crit. Alright, 2 Blossoming Ancients in a row. Pretty gross. I mean, the other one was Fosling, but same exact moves and everything. I could play Clone Dance again. I can play, like, triple Sandstorm. I could play triple Darkness. And that's about it. There aren't a whole lot of other great options that will be able to take care of Blossoming Ancients. Maybe try a one-shot Darkness pet, like Itch Bite. I'm thinking don't play Clone Dance, because Little Ragnaros has a 50% chance of having a Cyclone remover, especially after seeing that last team. There's a good chance that he plays Magma Wave if he wasn't already running it that last game. The only other thing I might be able to do is like a meta AoE team, like Anomalous with a Great Sting Pet or something. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, Jingles isn't going to do very good versus triple elementals. Ooh, maybe Rot Breath. Do I have a good team with Rot Breath? The problem with him is, what if I queue into... Let me play this team. What if I queue into the Imps? So this team could deal with the Imps, because I have double Sandstorm. How do these teams look? Every single one of these has a mechanical. I don't want to be playing a mechanical into triple elementals. I'll just play this team. It should do fine versus either one of those last two teams. It's not the kind of team I would typically just play, but all I'm queuing into are troll teams, so I'll troll them right back. Pale Shell, Pale Shell, and Primal Stormling are two of my favorite pets for countering most of the OP pets I run into in my bracket. They're great versus Twilight. They're great versus... same guy. He's running Coppers now. He's copying me. We have a Mimic. So it's a good thing I have 2 Sandstorms, because he's going to be going for Immolation again. That Coppers is a little bit of a problem for these two, because he's faster. They'll probably start with the Imp. The Fiendish Imp, I should say. I'm going to start with the Primal Stormling, I think. He might stun me. I'm just going to go for Sandstorm. I feel like he's just going to go for Immolation and swap. I could bring in the Pale Shell Crab. Is there much point in doing that, though? I'm just going to stay in. Go for Sandstorm. That way, if he tries to bird me down with coin tosses, I'm taking weak damage from it. Okay, we'll go ahead and stun Fosling. And then I could either bring in... I have to use Rot Breath at some point. Now might be a decent time, too. Now I'll bring in the Pale Shell Crab. He's a little better, because he's faster. Maybe I'll use... Rot Breath is going to be really bad versus Coppers, because he probably has mechanical damage. Oh, well. These two could probably 2v3, so I'll just play to my win con. Let's see here. No point going for Bubble. Immolation's just gonna... Nice job, Pale Shell Crab. That was really poggers. Good job landing your attacks. Let's change that weather, because he's gonna do too much healing. Otherwise. At least it was the first round of pinch. So we can keep Fosling from healing to max. How much? Immolation to 77. So he is going to get healing under Sandstorm. Until I... Oh, nice. He ran away. Yeah, get along. Run along now. I'm debating just calling it right now. Just playing 3 games. Because these teams are not like very fun to queue into. I can beat them, obviously. But they're clearly just like troll teams. Somebody who doesn't care about playing for fun. They just want to... For some reason, my bracket is just miserably toxic. Like, I would say 90% of the time, I just queue into, like, Fosling, Blossoming Ancient, Singing Sunflower, or Triple Darkness, or Triple Sandstorm, or, like, even Two of a Kind is kind of troll. Like, Lost Quill Anomalous with, like, a random S-tier beast pet, you know, like Twilight, Jingles, you name it. Sometimes a Bone Serpent. It's either meta slaves, best case scenario, or like blatant troll teams. Like you'll just queue into like a Sandstorm team that has the Shimmer Bow Hoarder, or like a triple trap team, or you know, like double imp with a Blossoming Ancient. I'll flip a coin. If it's heads, I'll queue another game. Yeah. The coin flip has decided. That's GG's. That's 3 wins. He forfeited on the LG. It's fine. You know, he's probably going to try to play, if I were to hazard a guess. I mean, we can... Let me just pick a tier 1 team and see what he queues. This team could probably take out a Fosling. Maybe. That Coppers is actually a little bit of a problem for this team. Let's see what he queues. I bet it'll be the same player, and he's just going to pick an even more obnoxious troll team. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I should have listened to the coin flip. It's just same guy. Spamming Fosling. I wonder if he was the other guy. I think that's actually just two people just playing Blossoming Ancient equivalents. So, let's start with Jingles, actually. Get, and get Minefield down. He'll take weak damage on Fosling, but he'll at least keep him low. Okay, so he has strong damage here. I want to save Jingles for later. So let's bring in the Fouling Buzzer. It'll bring in the Imp. Unless he swaps here. The smart move is for him to bring in Fosling. I think he's going to be... I mean, he should know I'm going to go for the swap, right? And bring in his Fosling. So let me go for Great Sting. Yeah, I knew it. He predicted the swap. Takes weak damage from the Minefield, but at least that Fosling is relatively low. I mean, I almost have him under... Yeah, I have him under 1,000 HP now because of the... Because of the swap and the AoE. And I'm faster than this guy with my Fouling Buzzer. Yeah, he should just be running the SS Fiendish Imp, but also this is just like it's like just such a combination of everything that I hate about my bracket. It's two of a kind, so I almost automatically lose if I don't have undead damage, or if I'm running like a mechanical. I'd obviously lose to this team if I have a single mechanical on my team. It's a sunlight photosynthesis pet, which should not exist. That's just super toxic for the game. He doesn't even care about like damage diversity. He's just going for like, yeah. Okay. So he might nethergate me. But I have a speed tie, so I should at least go for the poison protocol. In case I win the coin flip. And now that I won that coin flip, it's probably GG. Because my Fouling Buzzard's faster than him since he doesn't have the SS. My teams would be even more limited versus this player if he just had the right breed of the imp. Yeah, run along now. If I wanted to just hard counter it, that kind of team, I'm kind of pigeonholed into double or triple sandstorm. So like this team, free win versus him. This team, guaranteed win versus him. Let's see here. Yeah, this team, guaranteed win. Even if he has the SS breed, because he's just going for immolation with sunlight to like get free wins versus MPDs and like pets with bubble. So yeah, I could beat him, but the teams that I'd have to play to beat him are very limited. I don't really feel like playing double or triple sandstorm right now. So I'm gonna call it for now. Queue some more later. Hopefully it's better queues in the future. I really wish that Blizzard would just like merge the battle groups because that would fix the problem a lot. Because when your bracket's very like there's very few people into it, uh it's kind of like playing toxic teams is very contagious. So one person will play, you know, a Blossoming Ancient, um, healing troll team, and then somebody else goes, "Oh wow, that's really hard to beat. I can't figure it out how to counter it myself, so I'll just can't beat them. I'll join them." Now you have two people playing, Blossoming Ancient and Fosling, and then everybody that they queue into either it has to play the same thing that beat them if they can't figure out how to beat them, or is limited to playing, like double Sandstorm, for example, or triple Sandstorm, because that's the only thing that can consistently beat it. And now the bracket's just full of uh, nothing but triple Sandstorm and Sunlight Troll teams. And that'd be way less of an issue if there were just faster queues and more people queuing, because it just wasn't like this on my old bracket, I swear. Like, there were times when I would queue into, like, really annoying teams, but I feel like it's way worse on this bracket. I think Kovok can agree. This battle group has always been pretty despicable, especially during certain times of the day. Um, you'll just queue into nothing but, like, you know, Gorm Root Stinger, Anomalous, Indigo Spam, and then as soon as you start countering this version, then they'll swap like the Gorm Root Stinger to the Living Sandling or to the Bone Serpent, or okay, they can't figure out how to beat you, well then they're just gonna troll you with triple Sunlight teams. And it's mostly Blizzard's fault, because I feel like they could easily, first of all, just merge the battle groups, but also, like, for example, that Blossoming Ancient, or the Fosling, I guess, there should not be pets in the PvP queue that can run photosynthesis and sunlight. Why? Why would you allow that, Blizzard? Either blacklist them from queuing. I promise you, nobody would be sad about that, and anybody who is a loser that just wants to troll other people with this kind of team. Um, or the easy solution is just give it the Terraclaw treatment. Terraclaw used to be able to run dodge and Nature's Ward, and that was all you would queue into for 90% of every single game. You would see a Terraclaw or a Bone Serpent or an Alpine Foxling, because those were the only two pets that were, or those were the two best pets for countering it. Plus Bone Serpent was broken, but that's another story. Um, just put photosynthesis where Quake is. I wouldn't care about Fosling if he had Quake and Sunlight. Also, Sunlight does too much damage. Like 237 times 3, that's like 700 damage. That's dumb. Like, nerf it back where it used to be. Nerf it by 50%. And then, like, do the same thing for all of the other toxic Sunlight pets that have photosynthesis. I don't care if I'm queuing into a pet that has Autumn Breeze and Sunlight. I can deal with that. But photosynthesis is specifically designed where if you don't have a weather changer, it's unkillable healing. Combined with the fact that even if you do have a weather changer, like let's say you have darkness, he's an elemental, so you can't even nerf the weather. You can't even nerf his healing with darkness. And there aren't really very effective ways to nerf healing in PvP. Like, what's that Mortal Strike ability? Nightmare, for example. Like, these kinds of abilities are really bad. They should probably buff them. Make them be like AoE or something. And maybe they should add more abilities that can nerf healing, that elementals are not immune to. Because what makes the Fosling so oppressive to queue into is you chip away at him, he throws sunlight and photosynthesis, and then he just goes and hides like on the back line like a pussy, where you can't hit him. Or if you're hitting him, it's with like AoE attacks that are not going to out damage his healing. And if you don't have a weather changer, he just heals up to like 2700 HP in 5 turns. on the back line where you can't hit them. So first of all, photosynthesis should not do extra healing under sunny day if the pet using it is on the back line. That's just toxic game design. And also, just simply like take the blossoming ancient, all the pets that have sunlight and photosynthesis, and put them on the same row. So you have to choose between running photosynthesis or sunlight. And that way, if you want to play this kind of toxic team where you're running photosynthesis on a pet and then you have sunlight, you have to run sunlight on one pet and photosynthesis on the other. So you can't just use it on the same pet. You'd have to like throw up sunlight on one pet and then swap to the other, use photosynthesis. On top of that, I think sunlight should work like what's it called? I think sunlight should work like solar beam and surge of power. Make it lock them in place for 2 turns and recharge for 2 turns the same way that solar beam does. I mean, it does OP damage. It does like 700 damage. Why? Like that's comparable to how much surge of power does. It just happens to be AoE, and it has the benefit of changing the weather. Like make it so that if you use sunlight, you're locked in place for you're rooted for 2. You're basically rooted and stunned for 2 turns, so that your opponent can at least have a chance to fight back before you go hide on the back line, like that guy kept doing. And final note, it'd be really freaking great is if there was an aquatic version of Booby Trap Presence, because the degenerate playstyle that you'll see with like Sunny Day photosynthesis pets is they throw up Sunny Day, they throw up Nature's Ward, or sorry, well, whichever they have, photosynthesis in this case, and then they hide on the back line, and they're constantly just swapping every 2 or 3 turns, whittling down your whole team with AoE sunlight damage. That's overtuned, by the way. It should be nerfed. And there's nothing you can really do about it, because if you run Minefield to try to punish them for swapping, they take weak damage because they're elementals. And all Minefield abilities do mechanical damage. Like, it'd be really cool if they would give us some pets that had, I don't know, like a booby trap snowball, name it whatever you want, some sort of basically Minefield effect, but instead of doing mechanical damage, which is weak to elemental pets, like the Blossoming Ancient, make it do aquatic damage. And that would be great for 2 reasons. First of all, the main one is it would be strong versus elementals, and that's like the main type of team where I would like to be able to counter it with Minefield to punish them for constantly swapping and just rotating their OP sunlight cooldowns and hiding on the back line and just throwing up their overpowered hots and just healing to a billion. So it'd be strong versus the pets that I want it to be strong versus, and it would be weak versus the pets that I don't really care about, because like who cares if it's weak to magic pets? They already have the magic racial. So yeah, that would be really cool if they could give us some pets that have like an aquatic damage version of Minefield. I would have so much fun putting together lots of teams with those pets. I think that's about it. That's all I got. If you have any other ideas for what could be done about toxic pets like Blossoming Ancient, Fosling, let me know. I'm not opposed to just like blacklisting them. Like if it's a pet that's like clearly tier 0 or S plus tier, like the Blossoming Ancient, or yeah, like those types of pets. Just make it so that you can't queue them. I don't really like that idea as much as just like fixing the balance. Like there's so many ways that they could make it less oppressively OP. Because you can beat it, but you have to play very specific types of teams, like Clone Dance with the Jade Mist Dancer, or double or triple Sandstorm. Basically, you're screwed if you don't have a weather changer versus those types of teams. Just, yeah, there's so many cool like strategies and teams you can put together that don't have weathers, but then they'll just automatically just never be able to kill a Blossoming Ancient. So yeah, it's going to be GG's for tonight. I'll see y'all in the next one. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, and hope y'all enjoyed the vid. Peace.